Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the most unapologetic podcast in the game. Y'all know what it is. It's Red Pill Tamales. Some people don't like the name of the show, pero ¿sabes qué, güey? ¿Sabes qué? Ni modo, güey.
El único. One person. I've never heard anybody say anything about the name.
Well, that's what happens when you send out a survey. DJ producer Big Rob
What's up, everybody?
Is always working hard behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Rob put out a survey where, explain, brother.
Basically, we just wanted to get some feedback from listeners of the podcast and just people that have been a part of the newsletter, which, by the way, if you're not, first at the top of the show, chingobling.com, sign up for the newsletter. You get all the show dates, you get all the new clips, you get all the new content, you get all the new music, merch. Everything goes there first, or for sure at least, because social media, obviously, you never know. You're not too sure who gets what. You'll get stuff like this. So we wanted to send out a survey to just ask questions, get some feedback, test the waters for it. We've never sent out a survey before of any kind. And it was just about content, what you like, what you don't like, and mostly just around the podcast.
It was mostly designed to make my blood pressure go up. Rob printed them out. First of all, he used like half a ream of paper, hit it with the stapler, highlighted the negative comments, and then handed it to me. He's like, here, get your blood pressure riled up. So it's really good info, though, because one of the questions is, have you tuned in to my Red Pill Tamales podcast? 69% say yes. 30% of you motherfuckers are lames. And of course, check it out. This is what we're up against, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to give y'all like some useful entertainment, like just some stuff that's relevant to us. Like, do you need to go buy half a steer, half a cow? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with the famine? Who is the World Economic Forum? Who is the World Health Organization? Like, who's calling all the shots? Is Biden is he really in charge and he's sleepy? Or he's sleepy, he's in the front, and they actively destroying America? Like, what is outrage culture? Like, these are all... God damn.
Oh, damn, he's so mad he just uppercutted the fucking microphone.
I mean, honestly, y'all, like Rob knows. Like, I got a love-hate relationship with this show. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with the show. Y'all think I want to just sit up here and get my blood pressure worked up and get some of y'all blood pressure worked up? Anyway, of course, here's what we up against. Look at this answer. One of the questions was, if you haven't tuned in, why not? Someone said, don't care to hear politics because everything on TV is already about three things: immigration, Uvalde shooting, and Roe v. Wade. Politicians act like they care. They don't. And I feel they do it to make fun of our Hispanic people. Somebody said, you've gotten too political. Well, fuck it then. Am I just going to listen to you little handful of lames and just stop? Are we going to just stop and then let the ops be happy? Like, yes, it worked. We silenced him. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to hang in there just a little bit longer. But shout out to the agents. Shout out to all the agents of the THEA, the Patreons. Shout out to our distribution partners at rockfin.com. That's ROKFIN.com/Red Pill Tamales.
Yeah, so that sums it up right there. If you still want to participate, or if you want to participate in the next one, sign up, chingobling.com, go down to the bottom of the page, you see the newsletter.
Yeah, and that's, humans, man. The way our brains are wired is our brains are wired to focus on the negative comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of them are like, hell yeah, man, keep going. We love it. Like, y'all give it a funny spin. Y'all's chemistry, y'all's banter. I love hearing all the behind the scenes of what's going on in y'all's lives. Keep it going. It's valuable information. I listen on the way to work. I listen on the treadmill.
So we got to say, too, before you get to your show dates, of the 100%, right? Let's say of the 100 people, 70% listen and 70% had good feedback. Of the 30 that don't listen, 15% of those didn't even know you had podcasts, and the other 15 are the squeaky wheel. So it's not a ton of people.
Yeah, and that's the thing about surveys. It's like, they're misleading, right? But hey, we're trying to get the info. And then again, like, you guys that are listening, you guys are the rare exception, because the vast majority of Americans, period, are into just outrage culture. They're triggered. They're sensitive. They need a safe space. How many Latinos right now are offended by this new Tyga music video? Have you heard of the outrage?
I've heard of the outrage. I haven't heard the song.
Have you joined the fight, Rob? You need to join the fight. Either you're with us or you're against us, Robert.
I was against them a long time ago.
Against what?
Whoever's outraged. I've been against these people for a long time. So.
Well, outrage culture has hit Raza. Like, if you look at the comments on the Tyga video, they're like, this is problematic. Tyga has been problematic for a long time. And they're saying stuff like, our Latina women are being fetishized, and this is a mockery, and they love our culture, but they hate Mexicans. And I can already hear all the Latino rappers and Snow the Prada getting her keyboard out. Of course, our boy Gil at American Cholo, he's like rounding up the troops, like, we gotta do something.
No way.
Oh, bro, no.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, bro, he posted about me.
Oh, God.
He put a thing basically saying, this goes out to my boy Chingo. And it's all respect. It's all love. Like, everybody just smoke a blunt, chill, drink some fucking wine, pop an edible, and goddamn relax, right? Because I'm the one going back and forth with these people on Instagram comments. That's why I don't even have Instagram on my main phone. I got it on this other office phone. And Instagram is the devil.
100%.
Like, I would have had a perfect day yesterday. Like, I went to jiu-jitsu yesterday, like had pizza with my daughters, you know what I mean, my beautiful wife, like I watched the kids while my wife went to the gym, had Penny in the pool, I bathed them, like got them ready for bed, like everything was kosher. But every so often I'm having to go refresh and look at these goddamn comments, and it'll fry your brain. So Instagram is the devil. Outrage culture is hilarious. Like, I went and did a reaction video at my boy Frank's.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna upload it or when or what, if it was even worthy of uploading. But I have so much to say.
I do too. All I want to say is I want to sit in this pocket for a while, because everything is outrage culture, and this is new to me because I saw it kind of in the Discord. I did see something on Twitter, but I just want to keep hearing you talk about what's the outrage, what's people like Gil and everyone apparently saying about this.
All right,
and then we'll transition to the Ghetto Boys clip. When I get a message from you on Instagram, it's kind of a treat because I know you don't have it on your phone anymore.
Yeah,
so I'm like, he must be working.
I just see
working-ish.
I got sucked in. That's what it is. This Instagram ain't, bro. Like, I'm telling you, it's like, it's not even worth it to like just to be informed and just like, and then you see something across your feed, and then you, like me, I'll have the desire to chime in. Right? Like Mr. Mad Hatter from the radio station. He posted some old clip, and this is super irrelevant. It was something about like, it was like some old 1950s movie, like black and white, of like a group of white folk having dinner, and they're just talking about, oh, you can't let the darkies work, and if not, you can't let the darky, like, it was just like some racist old, like, I don't know who made it, what kind of weird propaganda it was. I think it was just made to make like Republicans or conservatives look bad. And of course, I'm gonna chime in, and I said, did they put the part in where the Democrats were for slavery and they created the KKK? Right? And of course, everybody jumps on me. No, the party's flipped and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, bitch, you telling me Abraham Lincoln wasn't a Republican and the Republicans didn't go free the slaves, right? We can go back and forth, because I'm the main one. Hold on, y'all.
No, go ahead.
Oh, wow. Where did this paper go? Lord have so many handouts.
Oh, my God. This is fucking
so many handouts.
Oh, dear God. This is hilarious.
All right, y'all. Pray for the podcast. We trying to keep it going. Some of y'all don't even want to hear this shit. Some of y'all like, you're too political. Whatever. Go listen to Fools Gone Wild. Do that, and let me know how your life turns out. All right, where were we?
So in the pocket, outrage culture. What did Gil post? Let's start with that.
All right, so basically, Gil from American Cholo and a whole bunch of Southern California. Mind you, Southern California don't even get along with Northern California.
Right.
So there's a whole bunch of street culture beef, gang beef, prison beef. Y'all state ain't even united. Like, some of these SoCal, Sureño, whatever rappers, they can't even go to the Bay and get a bag. They can't even perform at the car show in San Jose, and vice versa. But y'all worried about Tyga. Like, we gotta, this is my Pimp C moment. We gotta clean out our own closet first before we worried about some half Vietnamese, half Jamaican kid who did a YouTube rap video. Like, it's a YouTube rap video. Who else y'all gonna get mad at? Y'all also gonna get mad at the director? Are y'all also gonna direct some of that energy at YouTube or the record label, his distribution partners? everybody, relax. Like, what part hurt your feelings? Like, oh man, he had a chick and she put hot sauce on his toes, and at the very end she like sucked the hot sauce off his foot. And I'm just like, okay, was she even a Latina? Like, she got hired for the job. She could have said, oh no, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, first of all, she looked Armenian or something. Like, I don't even think she was Mexican. But my point is, this is my point. My point is, the economy's going to shit. I think I just saw a thing, it was Axios, said 17% of Latinos that were surveyed are behind on their rent and shit like that. You know, we got inflation out the wazoo. Ain't no baby formula. We keep sending all our money to Ukraine. They laundering our shit. That money and those arms and weapons are ending up on the black market. Like, we are in the middle of an information war. Some of y'all still got TDS. Y'all still voting blue. Your county about to shut down again. They about to mask y'all up. Your kids about to be back in Zoom school. We have so much other shit to worry about. And y'all worried about a YouTube rap video.
What does that say about the current state of our culture? I used to hate the word culture, to be honest with you. Like, for the last decade, like anytime people use the word culture, I felt like they were always, obviously there was a spin on it, but it was just like such a
dirty, like, órale, my cultura.
Yeah. And whether it was cultura or culture or Migos calling their album culture or whatever it was, it's like, I see what you're doing, and everyone's just falling into this fucking quicksand, you know, pool where it's like, they got you by this whole culture thing. They got you by this whole culture, whatever you want to call it.
This is where we are in 2022, Rob. You got black rappers emulating Mexicans, right? You got Migos going by Migos. Yeah. Right? They had to do it like a narcos. You know what I mean? They obsessed with just like Latino culture, I guess. Tyga doing this shit. You had YG, had a song called Go Loco. He put a Puerto Rican kid on there and some other people. I don't even know who was on the song. I heard it maybe one time. I guess people got outraged about that shit. Didn't nobody check them, though. Yeah. Y'all supposed to be all the gangsters over there. Like, what are we doing? We talking tough on the keyboard? You know what I'm saying? Because Tyga got 5 million views on this video. Half of them are Mexicans. So here's where we are in 2022. Okay. You got a bunch of black rappers being inspired by emulating and flipping and making the shit cool, right? Like Go Loco, whatever. Okay, Migo, do it like a narco. You know, ay caramba, Macarena, whatever the fuck they doing over there. And then you got young Mexican kids calling each other the N-word. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are. First of all, let's put this out there. Chicanos and some of these Mexican Americans and Mexicans and Latinos, period. Put your seatbelt on. Y'all about to get triggered. These are some of the most racist people on this earth. Fact check me. Some of the most racist people on this earth. Y'all can make a clip out of it. Y'all can take the context out. Bitch, y'all done cancel me already. What you gonna do? Cancel me again? What y'all gonna do? Cancel Tyga? Y'all couldn't even cancel me. Y'all don't even know how to cancel right. I'm disappointed in y'all. All right. So you got basically, I think what Rob was trying to say is, we don't want to be down with y'all.
Oh, dude. Bang on. Yes.
We don't want to be down with y'all. No. Like, we focus upon some real shit, which is when your wife and kids want to go shopping at the mall, daddy got to play security guard. We got that thing in the fanny pack. You know what I'm saying? Because they got active shooters out here. You got these kids on all kind of stupid ass pills and they get inspired by God knows what. We got this cultural rot and you got these active shooters all the damn time. I'm focused on putting meat in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? We worried about inflation. We ain't worried about no Tyga. Tyga's not even a factor. Is Tyga a factor? Like, he had Rack City, bitch. Rack City. Okay, Rack City was cool.
It was like 2011.
Tyga's not even a factor. And then here's the thing. They're like, he's doing brown face fool, and he's in a lowrider and the license plate say gordo, and he's in a fat suit and he's eating chips and he's bald. All of a sudden, ain't no fat, bald Mexicans with diabetes. I've been trying to tell y'all about diabetes. I said, we are under attack. We need to address our own shit. We need to clean out our own closet. We need to address this. Look in the mirror right now. Why y'all think we started Mamado Team? Some of y'all don't even want to tune in. Some of y'all like, I didn't even know you had a podcast. Bitch, because this shit gonna hurt your feelings. So we've been trying to tell y'all about this obesity epidemic we have in our community. This white flour tortillas, no offense, the Cheetos and the fucking Duvalin, los pingüinos, pinche marinela. Shout out all the pinche.
Shout out all of it.
Shout out to all these transnational, multinational sugar companies. That's what it is.
Y'all the real MVPs.
Coca-Cola is all up in Mexico. Coca-Cola loves Mexicans. Nestle, Frito-Lay. That's who y'all need to have beef with. And all of a sudden, y'all want to be like, Tyga saying we fat and we bald and we Y'all ain't never been to LA? You ain't never seen a fat dude named Gordo with a bald head in a lowrider?
I want to stay on the subject, but there's a question. I want to start the podcast now I want to open it with a question, all right, so that people can think about it. It's at the top, actually right below the newsletter thing, Chingo, if you want to read it for everybody before we get to more of this.
Opening question right now. Are you spending your money with companies that are doing right by you?
And we're going to get into that because you segued perfectly into that, right? Mm-hmm. And this last week I said the messenger matters, based off what things we're talking about. And this is the kind of thing that you have to say it in the way that you're saying it in order for certain people or even a person to get it through their thick skull and then pass it along subtly to whoever they got to pass it along to.
So all the people that are offended by Tyga, and we'll pivot into like corporations and stuff. All the people that are offended by Tyga and his music video and his visuals, blah, blah, blah. Who assigned you this opinion? Like, did you watch it on your own and got triggered on your own and felt some type of way on your own? Or is it groupthink? Is it other raza? Hey, if you're not down with us, fool, hey, you want to be white, homie? You want to be white, fool? Hey, sock check, big Don. Sock check. Y'all stuck in the 80s, bro. That shit is so played out. We're super past that. And what's different between what Tyga did and what Fools Gone Wild do? Mm-hmm. How many crackheads do they post? How many Mexicans on meth smoking that glass, homie? Hey, say no to scante, homie. It's entertaining. I get it. People like it. But what's the difference? What's worse? You showing a whole man, the AC people.
They calling you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't answer right now. So the podcast is first right now.
That's right.
That's what we're doing right now. But it's like, who assigned you this opinion? Oh, somebody else mentioned in the comment, hey, this fool Chingo Bling, fool, he's been a coconut big dog. Remember when Kat Williams was hating on Mexicans? He did a racist rant, and Chingo Bling stuck up for Kat Williams. Hey, this vato never been down with us, fool. All right, check this out. Somebody assigned you the opinion that what Kat Williams said on stage in Phoenix, Arizona was a racist rant. You didn't come up with that on your own. Somebody told you, hey man, did you hear the racist rant by Kat Williams? They've already framed it, spun it, and served it on a platter for you. In reality, the fat, bald Mexican
with diabetes,
probably with some diabetes, the fat, bald Mexican in Phoenix was a heckler. He was disrupting the show. He was probably drunk. He was yelling out stupid shit, and he was fucking up the show for everybody. Now, what did Kat Williams do as a comedian? He handled it. He roasted them. He made fun of them, and I think maybe the guy got removed because he was that disruptive. And what did the mainstream media do? They wanted to already start cancel culture. They want to assign a narrative. So they had him up on TV. Your racist rant. I'm so glad. Put your seatbelt on, you about to get triggered. I'm so glad Kat Williams did not apologize. You know what I'm saying? As a comedian, as somebody who appreciates free speech, as somebody who understands the dynamics of a comedy show and what a heckler is, you got to handle that shit. Take care of them, handle them, roast them, do what you got to do. Either pull them into the show, reiterate the rules, whatever you got to do. That is what it was. It was a heckler. But raza gets so gullible, bro.
Oh yeah.
Some of these folks, they
triggered. You're gonna get triggered.
They love to say, Chingo, you on your podcast regurgitating these Trump
single digit.
Hold on.
That's what it was. Oh, go ahead.
Hey Ronnie, can I call you back? I'm recording right now. Okay, sorry about that, bro. Real quick, guys, you know, we're all about optimizing over here. We like to have energy. We want you to have energy. We want you to be as focused as possible because we got a lot of work to do. Y'all know we dealing with a lot of stuff in this day and age. So Rob brought this product to my attention. It's called Magic Mind. I tasted it. It has matcha in it, adaptogens, a little bit of turmeric, ashwagandha. Man, it is a herbal supplement. Bro, I enjoyed it so much that I'm hooked on it, and I want everybody to check out Magic Mind. You could do more and stress less. What all stuff, man? It got like 12 active ingredients, bro.
Yeah, the matcha, the adaptogens, the nootropics, the honey. I absolutely loved it. Before I even introduced it to you, I went ahead and tried it. Did like a little 7-day run like they recommend. Loved it. Told you to try it. You loved it. I got my wife to try it. She wakes up and says, please have my Magic Mind ready next to my coffee. Fantastic. Awesome. You can take it alongside your coffee or replace your morning caffeine with it alone. Mental clarity, sustainable. It tastes really good, and it does what it says it's going to do.
Yeah, like matcha already gives you a nice little buzz, but once you talk about nootropics or nootropics, bro, you get a little mind. This is me, personal experience, right? This ain't no FDA approved what I'm saying right here, but it gives you a little mind buzz, a nice little focus, mind rush. And I absolutely love it. We're going to hook you up. We got a deal for you. When you go to magicmind.co/Chingo.
That's right.
You get a deal. All right. They set it up to where the listeners could get a deal. You put in Chingo at checkout, and that's going to give you 20% off because we want you to try it. Get your first order, save some money, and see how focused you could get. Back to the show.
This is one of our replies, by the way, to our survey.
Yeah,
single digit IQ, Trump champion.
Yeah, they say you just regurgitating single digit IQ, Trump, whatever, Trump stuff. Well, guess what? I'd argue that if you keep falling for the okie doke, like, first of all, y'all not gonna do shit to Tyga, number one.
No.
Some of y'all can't even walk around y'all's own hood. First of all, your county about to have y'all masked up again. So you gonna be in your house. You ain't even got time to look for Tyga. You're going to be sitting on your keyboard, triggered, and y'all going to be harassing. They more mad at some of these Latino celebrities or personalities or rappers, whatever. They more mad at them because they not outraged enough for them. It's eating itself. They over here, fools going, wow, y'all better say something. Gil, you better come on, Gil. Are you down? Are you going to fight for us? Are you going to join the fight? They were asking me, you gonna join the fight? I said, join the fight against a YouTube rap video? It is very dangerous to fall into the trap of all this like cultural appropriation. You're not allowed to own a tequila company, and how dare you name your makeup that, and you can't wear that in the video. Get off the boo-boo.
And I got to go back real quick. We've referenced Kat Williams more than probably any other comic other than yourself, obviously, because you're the host of the show. But when his, I don't know if it was Pimp Chronicles or what, but he's like, that is a Ford Focus. How many of yous is in there, right? Talking about Mexicans. And
I don't remember that.
You remember that? It's
No.
so funny.
I remember the one about little essay. You know, he's 13 years old in the baby stroller. Let little essay get out and start and push. And when he says Mexican, when you at a Mexican party, they won't let you leave. You just partying for like days. And you're like, how long we gonna be here? He's like, you just give them a front yard and some Coronas. The shit was funny.
It was hilarious. I then later bought a Ford Focus, and as I sat in it, I was like, I laughed at that bit. It was just so funny, and it's true. As somebody who was always packed in a fucking car, it's funny.
I met Kat Williams. I hung out with Kat Williams.
You spent the whole night with Kat Williams.
Yeah, and this was before this racist rant. Because they've been after him forever, bro. This was before that. So when I try to inform my people that, hey, just because he told this one dude some shit, like he probably got a knife on him or whatever he said, you know, check his boys. Like he was just trying to be funny. Like I had already hung out with him and he showed me so much love. Like it's just joking around. We coming up with, I wasn't even a comedian at the time. We coming up with jokes. He's over here like, yo, we need to do a movie. Yada, yada. We talking about rap music. We're talking about all this stuff. And it's all love. Like we're so quick to try to label people as racist. But guess what? A lot of you Mexicans need to look in the mirror because some of y'all are the most closed-minded, ignorant, and racist ass people. And I don't give a damn, that shit hurts your feelings. But if you stop and think about it, you're gonna be like, man, Chingo's right. Because my tia, boy, she will cross the street or she'll be like, no, los morenitos. How, especially, bro, a lot of these SoCal, like gangster, little Sureño type of cats, they're so anti-black, bro, because that's already been ingrained in them from this prison mentality. They're big homies that are calling shots from inside the pen, and the way shit's divided in there with like your Aryan Brotherhood and the this and the that. That's why they a lot of times, a lot of these Cali folk, they couldn't understand the Texas movement. They never understood us. They're like, how the fuck some of y'all could wear grills and some of y'all wear braids and some of y'all say the N-word and y'all collabing with black people and y'all got black fans and Asian fans and white fans and you able to go to the north side of your state, the south side of your state, west, east, and come to our state. You hold on, Chingo. You able to come to Southern Cali and Northern Cali, and you not paying taxes to no street gang entity. Ain't nobody extorting you. Motherfucker actually tried to bring that shit up to me. Like, bitch, like I'ma pay taxes to the government and to some dude that's locked up in some prison somewhere. Real talk. They were like, how are you out here operating? Because we all got to pay taxes. How you not paying taxes?
So my manager hit up the club, booked the venue. I did the show. Fans came out. They paid me, and then I went home.
Yeah, they bought the ticket, and I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. So I just feel like, long story short, bro, we need to stop buying into this outrage culture. Don't get bitter, get better. If you that mad at Tyga, well, go jump on his beat and out-rap him.
Yeah.
And get everybody on your side.
There's a book I'm going to be referencing for the next couple of weeks until I finish it, and I've mentioned it before that I got it. The War on the West. It's Douglas Murray. He was on Rogan a couple months back. Fantastic. I'm only in the first chapter, but I also have a great system to take notes. And again, this is why the show's so goddamn important. You can say shit like that, trigger people, kind of spark some conversation. We talk about books, we talk about real life stuff, and then as you keep tuning in, you keep hearing these things, and they kind of get subtly ingrained in your brain, and hopefully later you remember them and mention them to people. But it's just important stuff, man. Like, this stuff has been going on forever. Like, the War on the West has been going on for decades, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not until, I don't know, it hasn't said it yet, I haven't got to the part, but I would guess in the last 10 years, like as of like 2010, probably, 2010, it has gone like full-blown like intergalactic speed, at like the speed of sound. Like, let's divide these motherfuckers by whatever gullible subject we can put out there, or easy, low-hanging fruit.
It's all distraction and division.
Yeah, it is. And,
so in that book, are they saying they're attacking like Judeo-Christian West values?
1,000%. That was the beginning of the middle of chapter 1, as a matter of fact. And it just also goes... Even before, it's like, I don't know what they call it, the introduction. It's like, if you just look at the rest of the world, there is no place greater than the United States that is more free, that you can be who you truly want to be, as we're seeing now, okay, groomers. Whatever you want to do, you could do whatever. Try going to the Middle East. Try going to Africa.
Try tweeting the word groomer.
Apparently you can't anymore.
Oh. And then all these raza that's so triggered by Tyga, they're so obedient to the government. All of them boosted up. They believe everything the news tell them. They're so distracted. But anyway, go on.
Well, no, I mean, I have a bunch of notes and stuff. If I find something prevalent to what we're talking about, I'll mention it. But it is really, really interesting because, like, for instance, historically, the citizens of Europe and the offspring of societies in the Americas and Australia have been white. Not absolutely everybody has been, but the majority have. The definition is tautological, which means mostly white, having ancestors been from Europe, just as a majority of people from Africa are black. And then it goes into describing that, imagine going to somewhere like Africa and saying that because there's too many of you here, we need to do away with you. Like, what? Yeah,
white people under attack, bro. And I know Raza be like, oh, there go Chingo, he's sticking up for the white man. Bro, white people, like, if you stop a white person, let's say you stop a random white girl and you do the man on the street and you're like, hey, on a scale of 1 to 5, do you agree with this statement? America's racist. They're gonna feel pressured to at least slightly agree. I saw a clip. I'm literally describing some shit I saw. Those are some of the best videos on YouTube. And then they asked the lady, okay, so you're saying that America is racist. Can you explain what you're basing this off of? Well, I have many friends that are people of color, and they've told me that they follow them around the store. And it's like, okay, so are you saying that's like a one-off thing where you have like an individual that's prejudiced, or is it systemic? Well, I don't know enough about that to comment on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, check this out. Mm-hmm. In August of 2001, the results of the U.S. Census, and for those of you that don't know, that was in 2020. They have it every 10 years to get a number of the population, or roundabout, was carried out in the previous year released. one of the headline facts was that the number of white people in America had declined. On The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon mentioned in his lead monologue, the results, quote, of the 2020 census just came out, he told his audience of viewers at home. And for the first time in American history, the number of white people went down. Audience goes crazy. Woo! In the response to this, the studio audience whooped and cheered uproaringly. For them, it was not fun. It was not just funny news, but good news.
Bro, I'm so glad I'm not white. I don't have to deal with those. I mean, I have my own pressures from like what people expect of you when you're Mexican American, especially when you're Chingo Bling. They expect you to join the fight against Tyga, and you're supposed to be outraged. Hey, you know the meme of the black kid. It's a popular meme. The black kid that's like leaning over the desk, like getting in the kid's face, and he's like this, and it says, and it'll be like corporations in July, and it'll be like, I said we gay now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody help me find that meme. One of the agents at the theater, they got Photoshop skills in there, but I pictured that meme of that kid and having it say like, I don't even know how, if it would be like woke Latinx outrage culture, whatever. And then it'd be like, he's leaning in and it'd say like, I said we outraged now. Like, outrage culture.
Bro, here's the end of that paragraph. Not that the percentage of whites went down, but the actual number of white people alive went down. And although that might come as a surprise to some people, many of us, an ugly movement, has been going on for many years. That's pretty crazy that the audience literally cheered and wasn't
they've been trained and brainwashed to believe that America's evil, white people are the colonizers that are causing all the problems, and you better not ever mention black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see like a Salvadorian immigrant that raped a 10-year-old or some shit, you supposed to turn a blind eye and not be like, you disgusting fuck. They need to deport your bitch ass.
You mentioned Reverend Jesse, who was it? Jesse Jackson last week, didn't you, right?
You getting your black folk confused,
I was. I had to make sure I had a glance. We have new pieces of tech here. I got to make sure I'm looking at the right screen.
He's finna say Al Sharpton and get canceled.
So it's been 30 years since Reverend Jesse Jackson led a crowd of protesters at Stanford University with the chant, hey, hey, ho, ho, Western Civ has got to go. So this has been going on for decades, right? And it's a lot has to do with what's going on in universities. We've been talking about this for almost 2 years, guys. It'll be 2 years in December. If we don't hit 1,000 patrons by December, this show might just go away.
Yeah,
Chingo's going to completely do something else.
Because all it does is raise up my blood pressure. It's like I could just go off into the sunset and just do something else. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to be of value, but again, raza rather. Here's the thing. If you look at the world through the lens of victimhood, you're going to spot victimization everywhere you look.
Yeah. Let me read this last one, and then I'll put a bookmark in the book for today. But back then, the Reverend Jackson and his followers were protesting against Stanford University's introductory program, Western Culture, which this apparently was an attack since the 70s and 80s on just teaching Western culture. They proposed that there was something wrong with teaching Western canon and Western tradition, but it was what happened next that was so striking. The university swiftly gave in, sounds like Twitter outrage culture, replacing the study of Western culture with a study of many cultures. What happened at Stanford in 1987 was a sign of everything to come, which we're seeing now in 2022.
Yeah, man, America's under attack
from within.
Yeah, people don't see it, man. They don't comprehend like information war, Marxism.
It's so interesting, but it's so frustrating at the same time because it doesn't have to be this way. It's not supposed to be this way. We have every disposable tool. We have every tool at our disposal, and yet we choose to be willingly blind to learning.
Well, here's the thing too, Rob, and I thought about this on my way up here. Is like Rob, he been on some red pill shit. He's been on some like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, centrist, whatever, a little bit on the right on some things,
sure,
conservative-ish, I guess. And we worked together for years, and not once was he like, "Hey man, you ever want to hear about this man Ben Shapiro guy, this Steve Crowder guy?" I'm
not
like,
once, dude. I don't think I ever once mentioned the name Shapiro or Crowder. Dude.
What a disservice, bro. you just let me go to a Beto O'Rourke rally and watch The View and drink soy milk.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what it was is that, and this actually ties into what I was listening to on the way here. Zuby was on Tim Pool's podcast maybe a day or so ago. And Tim was saying, I used to say, I wish more people were into politics, right? Let's say 10 years ago. And then instead of being into what the Packers are doing or what team's in the playoffs or whatever. And then now you fast forward 10 years and he goes, oh, I realized why it was so important to have sports and those exits or those, distractions, so that people that aren't, basically the people that are dumb or just aren't educated enough to really learn about these people and subjects wouldn't vote. They wouldn't be persuaded into voting for causes or people. If they were just focusing on the sports and they don't care about anything else, cool, do that. But now everybody's they're trying to get everybody, right? The whole United States into politics, but they're doing it through propaganda. They're doing it through mind control of sorts, false flags. Some might even say
like psyops.
Psyops, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. So I can see why it's important to not just tell everybody, hey, go vote for this thing. We should be saying, hey, ask some fucking questions, right? That's the main thing. Like, where's the curiosity? I kind of want to segue into the comment you left on Willie D's post, right? Can you kind of explain what the video was? I already forgot.
Yeah, so basically, Willie D on Ghetto Boys Reloaded podcast, they uploaded a clip on Instagram. Again, Instagram's the devil. I would have never even seen this shit if I had just kept this shit at bay. Like, don't even get on. Don't even fuck with it. Don't even look at it.
But now it's a piece of art content, so it worked out.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. But anyway, basically, Willie D was saying, he's like, I wasn't even going to vote for neither. I'm paraphrasing. I wasn't even going to vote. But I just got so sick and tired of seeing Trump's face and him just being mean and divisive and just always in the middle of some shit and saying some stuff. And I just got so tired of it. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to vote for Biden.
And he specified, too, making fun of special needs people and making fun of soldiers' wives and all the hoaxes. All the greatest hits.
Yeah,
all the greatest hits.
Yeah, all the hoaxes. And, you can't expect everybody to have all the same info as you. You're going to drive yourself crazy trying to change everybody's mind. But at the very least, I wanted people in the comment section to understand that they could do a hit piece on DaBaby. They can paint DaBaby, the rapper, as he needs to be canceled, he's problematic, he's anti-LGBTQ, he's homophobic, da-da-da-da-da, all because he said, all the ladies in the crowd ain't got a say ho, or whatever. Like, just some crowd control, some MC shit. Right. And y'all took it totally out of context, and one of these white publications took it upon themselves to try and get all black folk to get into outrage culture and cancel their own. All right? So what I wanted people to at least understand is like, so you're telling me that Dave Chappelle is actually transphobic? Or is it possible that they could create a narrative about you and they can do a political hit job on you, right? I'm not even gonna get into the Rogan one because they're gonna be like, I heard him with my own 2 ears. He said the N-word 55 times, whatever. They don't want to hear about context. So that's what I was trying to let people know. But of course, you get bombarded with like, the way I took it was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody asked you, basically, right? Yeah. But it's to the effect of like, Trump did a hit piece on himself and it was his fat mouth. And of course, I'm trying to say, pay attention to who are the main ones against him. The establishment, rhino, swampy ass GOP. I was like, the Republicans were the main ones. Like, if y'all just listen for a second, you might start to be like, oh, so he had to be a jerk. He had to be an asshole because he knew what he was up against. And wait, Chingo, you're telling me that the media, it's all psyop. Like, they're changing the definition of recession right before your very eyes. They changed the definition of gain of function. They changed the definition of vaccine. They changed the definition of woman. And how many things do they got to change before y'all start to realize, oh, the media is the enemy and we are combatants in the information war. It's kind of hard to like hold somebody by the hand and walk them through step by step. And they'd be like, what? What do you mean?
But we're not supposed to do that, right? Because you can't convince somebody of anything. They can only convince themselves of it, right? So we're supposed to guide them in the direction of options of information. So in that case, in the Willie D clip, how many headlines do you think the average person has to see before they start asking themselves, is this for real? Like, how many hoaxes? The soldiers thing, the special needs thing, how many?
Meanwhile, they covering for Hunter Biden. They covering for Joe Biden. Like, sorry to cut you off, hold that thought. But like, Trump, he'd be like, oh, I beat the Rona. I beat it in the weekend. They're like, he's downplaying it and he's causing people to die because he's downplaying it. And then with Biden, it's like, oh, he has very minor sniffles and he's at work and he's very resilient and strong and he finished his food and
he showed me his plate.
He showed me his plate.
So just back to what I was saying is how many things do you have to see in order to start asking questions and not be so damn blind to things? If he, for instance, or anybody that's commenting on that clip right now as we speak, yeah, I know, right? You tell him, I did the same thing. How many more clips do you have to see?
How bad does inflation?
And do you ask questions?
How bad does the economy got to get?
Whoa, you're getting way ahead of yourself here. The economy.
Like, they're still like.
We're talking about mean tweets. We're talking about mean motherfucking tweets. I'm talking about a recession yet.
Yeah. I mean, Trump's not everybody's cup of tea, but what they don't realize is even if like they think, oh, DeSantis has less baggage and he's not going to be bringing up the elections and he communicates better. They're going to do the same shit. They're going to hit him with the fucking run-of-the-mill kitchen sink of fake news. And you already got Newsom. He's getting ahead of it. He's like, oh, I'm going to run this ad reminding the people of Florida how they're not free and they need to come to California where we're free. And I'm going to run the whole country when I'm president, when it's President Newsom, in a more free manner versus DeSantis.
What a nightmare that would be. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this country got to the place where it actually voted... Well, I say actually, but you know
what I mean.
Installed somebody like
a resident.
A resident.
Oh my God! I saw somebody on Twitter. They were theorizing. They're like, "Why is John Legend sending me these mass emails on behalf of the Democratic Party, saying like
what?
Yeah, like they're using him." I love when Kanye called him out. It was like John Legend ready to jump. Like some of y'all so loyal.
Thank you, Kanye.
Some of y'all so loyal. Oh, pero a Kanye no lo bajaban de loco. Like. Any little thing, they gave him the Trump treatment. He tweeted the wrong thing. He said something on stage. He went on a rant. He cried. Whatever. He's off his meds. He's clearly off his meds. Sources, unnamed sources near the family.
Sources familiar with the matter.
Yeah, he's off his meds. And here's a doctor who we're gonna have on as a guest who's gonna medically diagnose him from afar and give us his theory of the case and walk us through. It's like, why? Why did they come at Kanye so hard? Because he was like, Planned Parenthood is designed to kill black people and black babies, and they're racist, and Trump's not that bad. He would have had Brittany Griner back home already in the 8. She'd have been eating coochie right now. She'd have had about 4 or 5 coochies all laid out, sprawled out on one bed, ready for her to eat. Bro. All about 10 coochies. 10 American coochies.
I mean, they don't have to be American, but it can be in America.
Imported?
Yeah, domestic, international, whatever. When history looks back on this time, who are, in your opinion, give me 5 cultural avengers that America's like, man, they were right and they were demonized for no reason. Give me 5 people.
Oh, cultural avengers demonized for no reason.
Superheroes who were canceled. I would go with Kanye would be one.
Yeah, Kanye. I guess some people, like who else? Chappelle, Rogan.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Give me 2 more.
Fuck, bro.
Is Trompita's got to be in there, right?
Yeah. No, he's massive in terms of just popularity and hate and being polarizing.
Yeah. So give me a 5th one more.
I'm stuck, man. I don't know who else.
That's true. I mean, I would go with he's kind of a silent killer, but Stone Cold.
Steve Austin?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, he's not very like actively like political, but if you just follow him on Instagram, he's a good time. Like he knows what's up. He's subtle about it. He's also fucking, uber successful and doesn't have to be so vocal about it if he doesn't want to.
I'm disappointed in all the Mexicans I haven't been able to reach. The ones that they're still stuck on, oh, this fool's a sellout. He wants to be white. He's a coconut. He don't stand up for our raza and all this stupid shit. It's
of notoriety or just people?
Just people.
Okay.
People saying that about me.
Gotcha.
And it's like, bro, just get off the boo-boo already. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to join the fight against a YouTube rap video.
I'd love to just kind of be a fly on the wall of those people's like day-to-day life that were saying,
they're probably poor.
You could have
super boosted. Fight. They're broke and boosted.
Did you see the meme I posted on the What They Said page about the Chingo pox and the vid? That like in the next month you're gonna see the mask on the face and then a mask on the butt.
Oh man, that was very brave of you.
And then all the boosters.
You gonna fuck around and lose that page.
I posted on mine.
Oh okay, yeah. Still, you gonna fuck around and lose that page.
I mean,
The dude that had the mask on his booty.
yeah.
Bro, what's up with all these little kids catching it?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Fucking little perverts.
45 minutes in, we haven't even gotten to any stories, which I think the survey, it served a lot of purposes. It made an entire hour of just talking about what's going on that's culturally relevant, and I think it's going to be a great podcast. But to round out the last 15 minutes, man, so far I know there's 2 kids. Am I wrong? Is there more than 2 kids that have been diagnosed with this?
Yeah, there's more. There was, I just saw, I think Posobiec posted it, where it was like a kid or 2 that went to visit D.C. on a trip has contracted.
Really? Did they say how old?
Nah.
Chingo pox.
Yeah. The Harambe.
The Harambe. So the question is why, if it's an STD, right? And the second question is, why aren't we investigating the people who were adjacent to these kids?
Are they calling it an STD?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
You sure?
100%.
Okay. All right. Because I don't know.
Okay, but I mean...
I don't know. Just because I've seen like weird wording, how they won't even say like, hey, everybody in the gay community, y'all be careful. Go get your little Chingo pox trial test vaccine, right? They're not saying that. They're saying communities of men who have sex with men. Like, they won't even say the word.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all just gave the...
That's right.
Y'all just gave the LGBTQIA plus element of P. Y'all done gave them a whole month. And now they got their own thing. And y'all can't even call it like, hey, man, the gay community. You know what I mean? Like,
let me see if I can get some better evidence here for it.
But yeah, the parents of the kids got some explaining to do. Like, this is some shit that's spreading in the little, the orgies and all that shit. And these little kids coming up with it. It's like, who's babysitting your kids?
2 cases that have occurred in children. Both of those children are traced back to individuals who come from the men who have sex with men community, the gay men community. And so when we have seen those cases in children, they have generally been what I call adjacent to the community most at risk.
Okay, that's where I got the word adjacent. Like, what are you trying to imply there?
Yeah, so how is it, like, can you share a drink? Somebody left a soda laying around, like, you bumped up, you gave your Theo a hug, you use the same bath towel, like, y'all got some explaining to do.
Yeah, you know what's fucked up? I was at UPS day before yesterday, and this guy that was in line in front of me, I mean, this is what it's come to. Like, if you see somebody with some kind of rash or like really bad skin condition, that's the first thing that comes to mind. So this guy was, I mean, dude, I didn't even see your arms, honestly, or anything. I can only imagine what it looked like. But
I got pictures.
Dude, this guy was covered in what looked like Chingo pox. And he was right in front. So I was just kind of sitting there, had a box, and I was like, let's go ahead and take a step back here a little bit.
Damn, son.
Just because, you know, I don't know what the fuck this dude's been doing.
Yeah.
And he just looked like a filthy fucking animal.
You know what's interesting, bro? Depending at what grocery store you at.
He was a white guy, right?
Yeah. But depending on what grocery store you at, like for example, the HEB in the Heights, right? It's off there off 610. What is that? 610 and not Yale, because that's gonna be a Whole Foods. It's like 610 in Durham, 610 Shepherd, something, right?
Okay.
This the lefty Larry white liberal HEB. Like it's gentrified. So you'll see like some old school raza that like, hey, we're from the north side, fool. And like they're just there, like, no, pues está cabrón, güey. Aquí ese es el HEB que nos pusieron, güey. But then you see like the masks, the two, 3, 4, 5 masks. You see like the apparel, like the rainbow Crocs, or you know what I'm saying? Like some of these motherfuckers be in there looking extra soft. And I'm just looking around like, bro, if somebody sets it off in this bitch right now, you're going to be tripping over your gut and your little rainbow Crocs, and you're not going to be able to breathe with your 3, 4, 5 masks, right? Yeah. And, you know, no offense. If you wear a Beto O'Rourke t-shirt that's rainbow as well, and you got the Beto O'Rourke stickers on your car, it's like sometimes I be wanting to have a convo with these people and just be like, hey, so are you anti Second Amendment? Because we went down the 2A rabbit hole of like the Coleon Noir videos. Do you know that Killer Mike got in trouble with MSNBC and Joy Reid when Killer Mike agreed to go on, I guess it's NRA TV, but it's Coleon Noir's like video interview thing. I mean, bro, like Killer Mike is pro Second Amendment, like even though he's kind of a Bernie bro or whatever. kind of a lefty at times, I guess, but he's about his guns and shit like that. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you see the people with the Beto sticker, with the rainbow Beto t-shirt and this and that, no offense, like they're probably super cool people, but I'd like to pick their brain like, hey, so how do you feel about the gun thing? And just to see if they say, oh, well, see, that's where Beto, you know, I don't really agree with everything he says. You know, I like some of the stuff. Or if they're going to be like, no, nobody needs an AR-15, and these are weapons of mass destruction. These are weapons of war, and who needs that? And you don't need that to go hunting. Like the typical left-wing, I want to disarm you talking points. It's like, bro, what you going to do? Like, I don't understand. Somebody let me know in the comments if you're watching right now on YouTube, Rockfin, Discord, however. Let me know, like, if you're against guns, what do you plan on doing if somebody breaks in your house, like hypothetically? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna scream, fumble for the phone? They done duct tape your wife already. Mm-hmm. They done duct tape your wife already. You fumbling for the 911.
What? Let me ask you. What do you think their response would be if we were just reading minds?
Like hypothetical.
Just hypothetical.
They're probably like
on a comedy podcast,
breathing out their mouth. Like they're afraid of COVID. You know, even though we already on the Omicron BA5, like it's over. You know, Biden beat it.
Do you know this guy? I think his name's Tate something or other. He's been going, like, there's been a lot of clips about him
Andrew
lately.
Tate?
Is that his name?
The bald guy?
Yes.
Boy, I just went down this rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah?
Yesterday.
What?
Go on.
Wait, no. How did you go? What got you down the rabbit hole?
All right, so I went over to my boy Frank's studio, and we knocked out 3 videos. I did the reaction to the Tyga video. And he's like, hey, man, you got to do a voiceover to this dude. Like, have you seen him? I was like, I have no idea. I was like, no, I don't really get on TikTok like that. He's like, bro, he's everywhere. He does these affiliate code links with his people, and he does like this masterclass Hustler University thing, and he's everywhere. And he's like, basically he was saying he's the glitch in the Matrix, because he's saying all this red pill stuff like self-accountability, self-reliance, and he triggers people, and he says some real shit. And he just told me the whole thing. Like, he lives in Romania because he had these chicks on webcam and all this crazy stuff.
He's a kickboxer, right?
Supposedly,
yeah.
like
Supposedly,
in the past.
Yeah, kickboxing champion or whatever. But I don't know what, when, how the Matrix spit him into everybody's algorithm. And I feel like this guy, I mean, I've probably seen a dozen of his clips just in the last couple of days. He's kind of like one of these, I call Tim Dillon like a spirit animal. This guy's like a spirit animal, because I feel like if I wanted to take the time and effort to talk about these things, it would, most of the 12, let's say I've seen 12 clips, it would be the exact same shit, because I agree with what he said.
He's saying some real shit.
For sure. And I'm sure there's shit that is probably ultra triggering and might be stepping on a couple of lines or whatever. It is what it is. The way, like Matt Gaetz said, be offended, right? Did you see that clip?
Oh, yeah. When he was like, why is it that most...
No, the reporter asked, did you say that most women at these abortion rallies are fat and ugly?
It look like
yes.
thumbs.
It looks, yeah.
Like, yeah.
What do you say that people think that's offensive?
Be offended.
Be fucking offended.
Yeah.
That should be everybody's response.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the energy right now.
For sure.
That's the ethos of this show. And as much as like I'm borderline feeling like I need a break from the show, and half of me is like, bro, just find a way to spin it and make it fun, and just hang in there, because some people like it. And sure, you got the fat, bald, diabetes rasa that's mad at Tyga when they need to be mad at the fucking sugar that they're eating.
Yeah.
They need to be mad at the fact they can't do no sit-ups. They need to be mad at the fact that they can't fight. You know what I'm saying? Or the trigger lefty liberals need to be mad at the fact that if somebody do a home invasion on you, you got nothing.
The esports news in the UK, which that being like esports, like gaming, had an article saying, Andrew Tate, a dangerous role model to young men or an internet idol for a disjointed generation, ?
I mean, if they went after Jordan Peterson, who's like a professor, an intellectual, my favorite clip of his is when the lady was like, but don't you think you're offending people and you could be offensive if you're asking certain questions? He's like, well, you're certainly... He says to think and to have a thought and to have a discussion, you're risking offending someone. He's like, you certainly have no problem asking me stuff, pressuring me at the risk of offending me, and all in the name of trying to arrive at the truth.
So always first and foremost, patreon.com/Red Tamales.
Tour dates.
Sign up. Yes, tour. We're not ending yet. I just want to say sign up for our premium content first. But after that, if you've got some more wiggle room in your budget, he is exclusively on the Daily Wire now. He has a new 6-part series on the Daily Wire Plus.
Tate?
Jordan Peterson.
Oh,
no,
okay, my
Jordan
bad.
Peterson. We'll get back to Tate.
That's why I hate pronouns, man. Sometimes people say he, and I'm lost. Like my wife does it all the time. So I talk to her, and she said, "I'm like, who are you talking about?"
I would be so annoyed if he did that to me. Like, you know who I'm talking about. Monsters, Men, and Dragons. It's a 6-part series. Every young man, old man, young kid should watch this series. That's all I'm going to say. Daily Wire also has a new app now, so you can actually just download Daily Wire Plus. It's not fucking clunky or janky. Like, it's great. Back to Tate real quick. The reason I brought him up was because he was interviewing, or I guess he's got a podcast or something too, XQC. He's one of the biggest gaming streamers in all of gaming. He was on there, and Andrew Tate asked him, what would you do if somebody broke into your house with a gun? And he was just, I guess, I don't know this guy. He's literally, Chingo, when I tell you, we were talking about setups and studios earlier, and you were like, this simple set of whatever, XYZ, fill in the blank. They suck, just a camera in a corner. This is XQC, bad audio, bad video. Something about this kid popped. He's huge, right? It's the worst.
XQC
is what he goes by.
And you're talking about Tate.
Yeah, and so he asked the gamer, what would you do if somebody came in your house with a gun? He's like, just...
Is it the pink hair guy?
I don't know if he had pink hair at the time.
I saw one where it was like 2 Twitch kids, and they're just like doing this as Tate is going at this pink-haired gentleman who's like, I just don't like you're just, trying to be all alpha. And,
I don't know. I didn't see the whole thing.
You're not talking about like emotional strength, and you're all about, you think physical strength is everything.
Oh, that probably makes sense. That was probably the rest of it. But his response was just like, I would just, I'd close the door, and, try to call, law enforcement. And then he's like, whoa. He's like, X. He's like, or whatever the fuck he called him. Like, you aren't not going to have any kind of weapons. You don't have any kind of anything. You wouldn't try to go downstairs. He's like, no, my role is to survive, not take out the assailant. And then I didn't see this part in the video because it was cut out, but in the comments or the description it was like, or in the caption it was like, what if he then asked him, what if your son was in the way? He just kind of like paused and said and I was just like, this is the kind of man, and I'm not saying I'm fucking Captain America over here, but when that is your mentality to a question as simple as like, do anything to save my family, your response is survive. My job isn't to do anything other than survive. Like, bro, what the fuck's going on?
No, we going on offense. And again, that is the ethos of this podcast. Red Pill Tamales. We bringing it to you. You know what I'm saying? We got distribution. So we are like, I love when people are like, well, where can I hear it? Everywhere.
Pick a place.
Spotify, YouTube, Patreon.
iHeart, Stitcher. Pick a place.
Pick a motherfucking place. Rockfin. Hello.
Yeah.
ROKFIN.com. I don't know if Mark Zuckerberg would like this kind of stuff on his podcast. On his platform. I'd like to get monetized on Facebook, considering I have over 1 million subscribers on there. But anyway, you got to go on offense, and that's the ethos of this show. Like, you want to talk about just survive, bitch? We trying to thrive, and if somebody run up in your shit, you need to go on offense.
Yeah.
Like, they need to be what's the word? Return fire. Like, they need to be like, oh shit, wrong house. Pew, 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 pew. They need to be ducking, running, bleeding, crying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fence you jump to get up in here, you're gonna have to be trying to hurry the fuck up, and you'd be like, I picked the wrong house.
Yeah. It sounds weird, but I do feel more and more confident as the weeks go by that the shift of let's just say the U.S. psyche is starting to get clearer as far as who's got maybe not your best interest in mind, but who's got a better interest for you and your family in mind as far as political powers. That's just my opinion. I don't know what you think.
Well, you mean like a lot of people leaving the Democratic Party?
Yeah, for instance, Patrick Bet-David had a video, Mr. Valuetainment himself, about the amount of people leaving California for Texas specifically. Did you see this by chance?
Mm-mm.
When he went on to talk about Google headquarters, a new Google headquarters, Oracle, Tesla, all these.
Don't California my Texas though.
So that is the first instinct, right? And you would hope not, but some of them probably will, but the majority of them are probably fed up with what's going on in California. And this is, by definition, a better land of opportunity,
Yeah.
right, for them. So let's keep it that way, right?
Yeah.
Even though you've got the opposition outspending the current governor on trying to crown a blue king in Texas, right? But
Oh, George Soros put $1 million behind Beto.
oh yeah, like I said last week, on the front end, speculation on the back end is millions of dollars.
Beto can't wait for another school shooting. He can't wait.
Just another tragedy.
He
in general.
can't wait, boy. He can't wait. It's just so they could blame guns.
At the top of the podcast, I meant to mention this too. You're talking about California. Wasn't there a mass shooting at a car show on Sunday?
Yeah, I heard something about something like that. But if it wasn't a white boy, then they're probably not gonna call it mass shooting.
Yeah, I didn't hear much about it. I just read the headline and I just kind of kept scrolling because, I mean...
Thank God I don't go to those anymore. Ain't nothing over there but some diabetes.
Tour dates, man. Tour dates.
Ooh, boy, am I slacking on that. That was supposed to be at the top of the show. It is You Can't Cancel Me, Bitch tour. That's what we're going to rename it.
That'll be next year's tour.
Oklahoma City is my next stop, July 28th. When does this drop?
Tomorrow is the 27th. So
Perfect. So come on through the 28th of July, Oklahoma City, Bricktown Comedy Club. Phoenix, Arizona, August 17th. You're up next. Beautiful Arizona. Beautiful red state. San Jose, Califas. I will see you there. Y'all come through. It's always love in San Jose. August 24th. Chicago, we got pushed back. August 31st. Actual Chicago, not Schaumburg, not in the suburbs, nowhere far. You were in the mix in Chirac. Brea, California. Can't wait to go back to Brea. It's always love. September 14th. It is not LA County. They probably not going to be tripping over masks. I ain't got to go into the belly of the beast. Oxnard, California. Once again, much love. September 15th. Austin, Texas. It's in Round Rock. You're going to be away from the homeless and all that. It's up north. So that's September 28th. San Antonio, September 29th through October 2nd. Salt Lake City, Utah just got added. October 7th. And now, major drum roll. The Tamales Intelligence Agency, the Thea Gathering is happening. First annual Red Pill Tamales Thea Gathering, Las Vegas, Nevada, October 8th through the 9th. The itinerary is getting made. I know everybody's like, what the fuck the itinerary? What we doing? We doing dinner, pre-show, after party, brunch? What are we doing? After that, we have Addison, Texas, November 4th through the 6th. Once again, I am not performing in my hometown. I need to hit up Live Nation. They have a lot of venues. Maybe they'll want to take advantage of the opportunity that Chingo Bling is a free agent in Houston, Texas, and he has nothing scheduled in Houston, Texas.
So here to wrap up the show for the last couple of minutes, let's go to the Discord, which is one of the best features, if not the best feature, of being a part of our TIA. Stevie Capone, which, by the way, I think it might have been Stevie who sent me something on Instagram not long ago that was from 2020, and it's when The View was doing all of the political view, right? All their segments on the election. And Whoopi Goldberg was, I don't know what they were asking her, but she mentioned Joe Biden. Do you remember this? She thought that she was a real doctor and was pitching her as a surgeon general. She should become, you don't remember this? I actually pulled it up just in case you didn't remember this or hadn't seen it. This is by far one of the best moments in View TV history.
Oh, dumber than a motherfucker, boy.
This is, I mean,
you slow.
Dr. Jill becomes a surgeon general. His wife.
Yeah.
Joe Biden,
And they
Joe
clap.
Biden's wife, because he would never do it, but she's a hell of a doctor. She's an amazing doctor.
I thought she was a doctor and
PhD.
Yeah, I
I could be wrong. I thought she was.
Yeah, I think she's a teacher, but you know.
Did you see the clip? I don't know if we discussed it last time. When see her braids too tight, she can't think straight. Did you see did we discuss the clip of where they were talking about the active shooter in Indiana at the mall that got stopped by a good guy with a gun?
There was a couple of clips of him. The one we played was the one where I forgot the other guest is currently on there. The other nice black lady who was like, "Well, it's not against the law there."
Oh yeah, I love her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was like, actually, the law in Indiana supersedes the rule of the mall.
Right. Yeah, there was more to it because I saw a couple other clips from that segment, but it was just that's a perfect example of completely unaware, oblivious, and whoever is talking to her earpiece or gave her the note card, like, read this, say that, don't ask questions, go.
And then I love the clip Colion Noir did it was very recent because he called out Sunny Hostin when she was like, you know, the good guy with the gun. It's very hard to hit a moving target, and basically she was saying, don't try to call him a hero, and don't you try to play the fucking hero, Chingo Bling, at the mall. And Le Colion Noir was like, they refuse to allow the narrative of sometimes guns protect civilians. Sometimes civilians are able to protect themselves and others using a firearm. He's like, they want to stay on the narrative that all guns are bad all the time. Take them away. You shouldn't have them. All this goofy ass shit. So as we decorate this new studio, of course, we want to leave some space for, you know, we want to put the neon up. We want maybe some art, you know, because I do have a music background and a comedy background. So you want to make sure it has that vibe, right? Because if you look at Mike Tyson's set, he's going to have some boxing gloves in a frame, shit like that. I want like a come and take it Texas flag with the cannon. Like,
we need some wigs in a case. We need the Mamal wig and,
you know what I'm
a couple
saying?
wigs, you know, the Ahuve wig.
Got to show, you know what I'm saying? Got to show the...
That's royalty.
You know what I'm talking about? Especially since so many people on the survey were like, we want more of this. We want more music. We want more of that. Bitch, did you jam my last single? Did you listen to the last album? Because I'm 42. I ain't got time to be going back and forth with these little woke generation of, oh, why is he saying, you know, buy gold, buy land? Because if y'all listen to my recent shit, that's the shit that I'm saying on there. I don't know if it's going over people's heads or what, but you know, 40 acres. You know what I'm saying? We talking about land. We talking about assets. We talking about, I got a gold bar, make you put your bands up. I'm talking about rare, precious minerals and shit like that. Anyway, I definitely want to put up like a come and take it flag. And, you know, the camera angles only show so much. But yeah, that's like that to me is one of those things where it's like back in the day, when I was a lefty Larry, like, you know, I was kind of intimidated by guns. Like, I don't really know. And like, hold on, man, you can't, well, watch where you point that thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like, as you start to mature and you understand your role as a man and the head of the household and just the realities of, hey, man, you got to pump gas 3 a.m. I mean, it's the wild, wild west out there. I don't know if y'all have noticed. I don't know if y'all have seen. But bro, we just had the lady police officer got shot in the face.
Out on my side of town.
Out there in New York City, like the dude at the subway was like wrestling with the cop, going for his gun. Like,
bro, I got another video for this next episode. I was like, what the fuck just happened in New York?
Okay, yeah, I think that's the one I saw. So yeah, we'll pivot into the next episode and shout out to everybody tuning in.
Hell yeah.
Any other housekeeping notes?
Other than your show, the TIA meetup in Vegas, there's a new merch store coming, shoprpt.com. If you hear this, just go type in shoprpt.com, and if it's up, it's up. If not, we're going to make a special announcement for it when it is up. And then patreon.com/redpilltamales, and then rockfin.com/redpilltamales.
For sure. Hey, y'all be careful out there. Head on a swivel, especially all my single ladies. You live in an apartment by yourself. You live in your house by yourself. You got to pump gas by yourself. If you live in a big blue city with all these mentally ill, fentanyl head, crackhead, dope fiend, these little young whippersnappers running around with no big homie, crash dummies, carjackers. Ladies, protect yourselves, empower yourselves, and don't let these lefty Larrys talk you into being a sitting duck and a soft target. You got to make it hard for them. If one of these motherfuckers want to snatch your purse, rape you, steal your car, you better make them regret it. All right? RPT, we out. Peace.